Good afternoon, Valerie Ling, clinical psychologist here, continuing with some authentic live vlogs on my own burnout prevention strategy, and I'm going with my next R today. That brings us up to the fifth R, which is resourcing. I'm going to be talking about resourcing today, and it is pretty much an authentic live stream because I have spent the day today resourcing myself in a work way so as to beat the overwhelm that can come with burnout. So the context is having had a very high intensive weekend. I'm still going in my recalibration plan to make sure that I don't get stuck in, first of all, the physical overwhelm, which was taken care of by the last few days. Then the emotional overwhelm, which has been taken care of as well. And today is the work overwhelm, which might surprise you that though I had the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, which was my intensive planning meeting, that I'm really only dealing with the work overwhelm today. So just sharing this out. There's not a lot of people who like the Valerie Ling page yet because, well, I haven't been very active on it, but I am hoping to start to populate this more and more with my area of interest, which is in my burnout prevention work. Okay, one last share, and then we are off for me to talk about this. My time. Okay, R for resource. Right, so resourcing is very important in burnout prevention. There's personal resourcing, which is the kind of stuff that we talk about with self-care and your eating and your sleeping and your friendships and your connections. Hi there, give me a wave or a hello if you're there with me. Today I'm actually talking about the part of resourcing that comes from the work, jobs, demands, resources model. That's really got to do with looking at how you manage your work resources, right, to a way that effectively prevents burnout. And the basic idea is that you have got job demands and then you've got job resources, right? And the degree to which your job demands outweigh your work resources, or they can go the other way, work resources outweighing your job demands, determines a few things. Boredom. See if you can figure out which way, jobs demands versus resources. You can be bored. Number 2, you can be frustrated. Number 3, you can go to burnout. And number 4, you can be optimally aligned. So I'm not going to go through which of those tipping points, job demands versus work resources, leads to those outcomes. I want to really talk about optimal today. Optimal means that you need to be able to identify in your work day, your work week, and of course your own job description, what are the demands that really provide a sense of meaning for you, that is the drain factor on you. Okay, talked a lot about meaning. Let's talk about the drain factor. The drain factor has got to do with a few reasons. You may not be resourced for it. You may not have the training. You may not have the time to do it. You may not have the people who can work with you to delegate out that. It could be the environment. It could be that there are expectations for long hours. It could be that you don't take lunch breaks. It could be a lot of things, okay, in the work environment in terms of work resources. So you've got to figure out what is it in the drain factor that is impacting your own sense of resourcing to be able to do the job that you do. And then you need to problem solve. You've got to figure out either how to renegotiate the work environment, renegotiate your job description, renegotiate the tasks that are on your plate and what you can let go of and delegate. So I just want to talk about what I've done today, because Wednesday is the work resourcing day. I swapped my splurge day for yesterday. If you caught my post, I had my reconnect and splurge day yesterday. So today was work day. The first thing was for me to identify what were my drain and strain points, right? And once that list was done, I got in contact with my admin support, and those tasks were delegated, and I fought the urge to hold control. One, because I thought it's my job to do all of that. But it's not. Number two, I thought I've got to at least give them the solution, 90% of the solution, so they could implement. But not necessary at all. Give it away. Relinquish control. If it's not in your top things to do, and it's a drain, let someone else have a go, because they may come up with the solution. So that was the first thing to do. Delegate out. Second of all, today, in order to beat the overwhelm, I've worked in 90-minute chunks. All right. I've just come to the end of my second 90-minute chunk today. And the reason is because I'm actually going to deliver a talk this evening. And I've been spending some time processing and actually, on top of everything else in the clinic, administratively and responding to clinic issues, I'm also got a talk delivered tonight. And I knew that that was going to overwhelm me. And so I've been consistently working in 90-minute chunks. At the end of 90 minutes, I have an option. I can actually have a break. So I used that first 90-minute, that first break for a mindful lunch. The second option I have is to actually do something different, which I'm doing now, which is a little bit different from what I'm doing. And I will actually, after I sign off, go and have a bit of a short 5 to 10 minute walk and just movement. And then I'm back to my final 90-minute chunk. And then the job will be done. The third thing I've done today in terms of my work resourcing is I've actually taken a risk, right? I won't tell you what the risk is, but after analyzing my workflow and my job resources and demands, I've actually figured out that I have got to do something differently. It must be done. And the temptation was actually to just keep holding on to it a lot longer. And hope that, I'll start to feel better about it. I don't know how. Like, how would I suddenly superhumanly get the strength and the skills to be able to do this thing that I've been struggling with for months? But it became a thing of take imperfect action, make the change, make the difference, get on the phone call and execute the solution. So sometimes you just have to go with the solution that is in the way of your drain versus resourced, feeling drained versus feeling resourced, particularly if it's something that you've been struggling with for a while. Just take the first steps, just take some imperfect action, and not to be afraid of feedback. That's all in the shaping process. It's okay to have to shape things and go along with things as they come. So that's my little spiel today on my fifth R, which is the importance of actually looking at resourcing. And for me, for today, it's in my work resourcing. All right, I'll catch you later. Bye.